streams have changed. So I'm reading all this stuff that it's talking about. So strange. I'll have to look into stuff more later. This is gonna be the quickest live ever. And I don't even know if anybody is gonna be here. Rogue palette. Hi, Sandy. Rogue is here. We're gonna do a look, and it's gonna be the quickest look ever. Work live. Whoop, whoop. Hi, Janet. Hi, M. Torres. I'm not sure. What's the first name again? Remind me. M. Torres. I know it. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Sue. Okay. I am going to put on some lip balm. M. Torres. Is it Michael? Is it Michelle? I can't remember. Because I used to have all... Marisol! I know it is. I'm such a dork. I've got to write it down again. I just haven't got my system up this time since taking the YouTube break. Oh, my lips are dry. I'm... That's okay. Don't change it on my account unless I'm irritating you. It's not my fault. I'm gifted with a goldfish brain. Okay. Okay. My lips are dry. I'm actually dehydrated. I'm not going to be super chatty like in the chat. I'm going to talk. We've done this before where I got a lot to talk about. So I'm not going to be a lot of banter back and forth. No, never. And plus I got to get ready. And plus I got to be off of here by 10:55 and it's 10:16. That's how quick this is going to be. And before I get any further, I have a premiere coming at 2:45 Central Time, whatever that equates to your guys' time, 2:45. It is literally the most funniest editing that I've ever done. And I'm so excited for it. It's at 2:45. It's more towards the end where I just literally I can't wait for you guys to see it. And I'm doing something a little different and it's going to be a regular thing on and off in my videos that I've done. And I can't even look at it myself when I was editing without laughing. So I'm excited, not to put too much pressure on you guys, but I want you guys to see it. Okay. It's at 2:45 and it's, you guys are going to want to see it anyways. It is the, Salem Cosmetics Smink palette, the new collaboration palette. That's what the video is about. It's about the makeup, but still there's some funny stuff in there. Anywho, like I said, I'm not going to be able to talk, and Tish or whoever that wants to pay attention to when new people come in. Maybe Tish, you have a wrenchy wrench. If you would pin a comment just saying that I have a very limited time and I want to give you guys an update on surgeries, and don't put all that, condense that down because I don't think they'll allow you to put that many stuff. That I'm not going to be conversating in the chat as much today. But preview, and I'll be conversating in that chat this afternoon. Okay. But, I'm going to give a trigger warning today. Trigger warning. I just thought maybe I needed to give a trigger warning. So I was like, maybe I need to do that. I'm going to give 2 trigger warnings, okay, for today's live stream. The first trigger warning that I'll be talking about is chronic illness and frustration with just your health and not being able to get help. Okay, so that's the first. I'm not going to cry. I'm in a better place. Okay, I'm in a better place. But 2, the second thing I'm going to talk about is my faith in God and Christ alone. So if those things trigger you, you might not want to be here. So trigger warning. It's sad that I have to give a trigger warning about that, but that's just the way it is. Maybe it is trigger to somebody. Maybe, but I hope that they see something different, you know, in me, because I know there's a lot of people out there that claim a lot of stuff. Okay. They claim a lot of stuff, and it gives a lot of people a bad name. Okay. So okay. So let's get on with the show, and the show is just me talking today. So I'm sorry. I understand that might be a trigger in itself. Okay. All right. First, before I get into this palette is amazing. I've already dug my fingers into the shimmers because I couldn't help myself. No pretty pictures for Fantasy Cosmetica because I couldn't help myself. Okay, that's first off. Like, is this not a palette for me with the greens and the purples? Hello. Okay. All right. Also, the slippers are upstairs, but I want to show you guys. Senia sent me a birthday gift, and it had some slippers in it, and it had some socks for the boys, and then some cookies from her husband, and it had this little Glossier palette that I've never tried their eyeshadows before. One of the face massagers, and so I wanted to show that, and thank you so much, Senior, for my birthday gift. And I love the slippers, and they're upstairs, and I wear them all the time. And then today, I'm going to tell you about a little giveaway, but I'm going to save it to the end. So don't let me forget. It's 10:20, guys, and I got to be off here by 10:55. 10:55. 5 minutes till 11. Okay. You want to see me stress? It's going to be stress today. Okay. So, and I got to keep hydrated. I'm going to use this primer. I'm going to use a little bit more hydrating. The Natasha, because I'm dry. I don't even have makeup on or nothing. Hi, Joe. Okay, so I'm gonna miss people coming in. I'm so sorry. Today I just gotta get everything that I need to say. Okay, so I have to tell everybody at once or direct them to this live stream, which they're all going to be very thankful that it's going to be very short. If they want an update on my medical situation, because I cannot talk about it anymore. I mean, I'm okay and I'm wrapping my brain around it, but I can't talk about it anymore. This was my greatest fear, that I would go through everything that I needed to go through for these surgeries and then not be able to get it. That is the case. They're not budging, and there's nowhere else that I can go because they don't remove all the tumors. So, and if you leave any behind, more grow back, and you still have pain. So they have to get them all out, and all the tentacles with the Derkham's tumors and everything, all the fibrotic tissue, they have to get it all out. And the other places don't do that. They just treat certain areas. They only get what they can actually vacuum out, and they don't manually remove anything. And these are huge clumps of tumors. You can't vacuum that out. You have to remove it in large areas. And they, in other places, don't do that. So, and the insurance company's like, nope, not going to do anything. If I was to do all of these surgeries by myself with no help from anywhere, which that would be what I have to do, it would be over $100,000. There's no GoFundMe that's going to get that. There's no nothing. That's even selling my house won't get that. So, and that's not including 4 pretty much vacations, because it's not a vacation for fun, but to fly back and forth to California 4 times, even if it's not fun, that's still like paying for a vacation. I also have to stay there 7 to 10 days. That's a lot of money. So that's not happening. So we're probably looking at a total of like $100 and something dollars. That's 100,000 and something dollars. Like it's not going to happen. And so I've had to wrap my brain around this. This was one of my biggest fears. So devastated, of course, at first. I'm still, still trying to wrap my brain around it, but I'm not living in that devastation anymore. Because the one thing I don't I know everybody believes something different, and I have a lot of private conversations with several of you guys about the Lord. You guys know where I stand. That's my faith. I know not everybody believes it. I don't try to jam it down everybody's throat, but I'm the first one to talk about it whenever you want to know anything. And I'm also not, I never shy down or not talk about my own faith. If I want to talk about it, I talk about it. That's why I gave you guys trigger warning. If you don't want to hear about the Lord, today's live stream may not be for you, because that is where I draw my strength. People tell me all the time, Deb, I don't know how you do it. I don't know, how do you come on here with a smile and you're in pain? And I don't, I don't take meds. I just take care of my body. Not to say the meds are bad. Please don't get me wrong. If they worked for me and they didn't make me like a zombie, I would take meds too. So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with meds. Don't you ever think that I say that, because I was on pain management for a long period of time, and it just does not work with how much pain and layered pain that I have. The layered pain does not get better with pain meds, because it's tissue rheumatory, like arthritis, but in tissues. Um and then the tumors, and then nerve pain, and then like the fibrotic tissue is just like scar tissue all over in my body. The tumors put pressure in different areas. I have vascular pain. um, I also have enlarged nerves, so pain is like a leper. Like my nerves look like somebody with leprosy, but I don't have leprosy. They're huge nerves. They don't know what's causing it. Okay, so I feel things, you know, I'm in extreme pain. Okay. How do I do it? It is not in me. I know who I am before I was saved. Okay. I know who I am before I was saved. I know that it is not me. And that's how I know I have a genuine salvation through Christ, is because what you see is not who I was. This is Debbie after knowing Christ and him changing my life. I didn't do it in me. He changed it in me. And each day that I go to bed and I'm devastated, if I get my mind focused back on him and trusting him and what he's doing in my life and that he knows what's best, then my thinking changes. But if I want to live in the devastation, I can go there, because it is a very difficult thing to wake up every single day and be in excruciating pain and push through that and not be able to go work out like I used to, not to be able to go to work like I used to, not even be able to clean my own house because I can't get on my hands and knees to scrub the floors. I can't even wash dishes because my hands cramp up. And I know a lot of you deal with the exact same things, and you guys have extreme pain, and you guys have diseases that are wrecking your body. And I get that. And I understand it. I do. I understand it. And so, um, I know that I could get through this life, and I could just be here and just make it day by day, but I actually still have joy in the Lord. I still have joy in my life. I have um I'm thankful for my salvation, you know, and a lot of scripture that gets twisted around, and people use it for their own thoughts, like, and when Christ says, and by my stripes you are healed, that has nothing to do with physical healing, by the way, just so you know, because I know that there's a lot of people that suffer in pain that don't get healed, and then there's people that twist scripture and think that, oh, well, if you were just praying, or if you were doing this, if you didn't, there's people that think that way. Oh, if you really did believe, you'd be healed. That's bull. He never promised that. That healing he's talking about is salvation through him. That's it. That's where I place my hope, and guess what? That's all I need truly in this life is salvation, because this life is this fast. It goes by this fast. It's like a vapor. It is here and then gone. And so my eternal life is where it's at. And you know what? If you're here and you don't believe, what if it is true? You know? And when I studied a lot of people like to just, try to say that, Bible's not true, it's written by man and all this stuff. But guess what? Christ walked this earth. There is secular writings. That means non-Christian writings, people that don't believe, that wrote about Christ and what he said here while he was on earth, recorded it. That actually perfectly fits up with the Bible. So there is a God. If you see anything, there's creation. If you see a building, you know that there's a builder. Just how much more complicated are our bodies and our souls and our system and the way that we're created and everything around us and how it all works together. When you see that, you have to know that there's a creator. I don't see how anybody can be an atheist. An atheist would be somebody that truly wants to deny all truth. And so, okay, we're going to get off that. We're going to get back on to the health thing. I have to get my mind right around not being able, and if God allows me an opportunity to get surgeries done in a different way, then I'll know it. But right now, that isn't the case. And so I have to just be content and trust that the Lord knows what he's doing. What it boils down to for me as well is the fact that I don't know. He sees the bigger picture. I don't. Okay. So I don't know. What would happen if I went through these surgeries. I have to take that in consideration. He does. Maybe I would die of a blood clot and never make it out of the surgery. Maybe, it would make things worse. Maybe it would spur up another disease, because I'm not just like the people that are going in there and getting this, because I have multiple diseases, not just lipedema, not just Derkham's disease. It's layered. So I have EDS, I have the laxivity of the joints, I have the vascular issues. So I have multiple things that are going on in my body, and I don't know what would happen. It's worth it for me to go. If it works out, then it's worth it for me to go and get this done. But if it doesn't work out, I have to trust that the Lord is watching out for me. He has watched out for me my entire life, even before I truly surrendered to him. He has looked out for me. I was his. He was watching after me. And so I have to still trust him now in this. Okay? And that's what I'm going to do. Hi, Butch and Lucy's Life in the USA. This is not my normal live stream. It is super good. It's supposed to be fast. And I'm talking about life updates and faith. And so if that is triggering to you in one way or the other, forewarned. Okay. I'm not ashamed of my faith. I know that it gets a bad rap. And I'm the first to have typically a private conversation. I don't typically debate these things in a public. I would if I needed to, but I don't think it's beneficial. When I talk about the Lord, I want somebody to know that I care about them, and if they have questions or want to know about my faith or about anything, like, I am here. I'll be here any day or night to talk to somebody. I don't always think that it's the right place. Thank you. I don't think it's always the right place with so many opinions all drawn into one, and I don't feel like it's beneficial at all in a public setting with a whole bunch of comments coming through. And so that's why a lot of times I don't get into a lot of um conversations about that. Um, you know, on this and plus, I know that you're here for makeup. I understand that. That's what my channel's about is makeup, okay? It's not a it's not here to we're not doing devotionals and we're not doing, Bible study and stuff like that. I get that. But what you have to know is that what you sign up for. You sign up for Delirious Debbie, that is a goofball, that has a fish brain that can't remember anything, and that I love the Lord. And that doesn't change. That never, ever, ever changes. And that's just who I am. And I am very, very loving, and I care about everybody. I don't care if we don't see eye to eye. If I don't care if, you know, Nikki has become such a dear friend to me, and she's a pagan. Okay? She's a pagan and she does not believe like I do. But you know what? I can still be friends with her and I can still love her and we can honor each other without if she has questions, we'll talk. And if I have questions, she'll tell me. Like I can understand where she's coming from a little bit, but that doesn't change who I am. That does not take away because I've had people say, "Oh, how can you, um, you know, agree with this, that, or the other?" Not agree, but be, friendly with so and so. Not Nikki. Nobody's ever said that, but other issues, other things that are considered sins. And I'm like, at no point we are to be separated. We should look different than the world, okay? But that doesn't mean that you don't love on everybody because guess what? My sin, not only the sin that I've been forgiven from, but the sin I still do because I am not ever perfect or never will be till I am in heaven, okay? So what makes their sin any different from my sin? Nothing. And I will never treat anybody any less than because of whatever they believe. That will never happen. And any Christian that claims to be a Christian and does those things, you should probably question why. Probably should question why you do that because that's not what we're supposed to do. And how will you ever reach that person? Because they're just as lost as you were one day. And they still need to know the Lord just like you know the Lord. And that's where we have so much that we get from when we come to Christ, he doesn't say, "Oh, everything's going to be a bed of roses," because there's a lot of people out there that say that. Oh, there's a lot of people. Okay? And that's not true and that's not what the word says. The people that were closest to Christ suffered the most. They walked with him. They were martyred. They were killed. They were tortured. Those were the people that walked the closest with Christ, his disciples. He didn't once say that once you follow him, you're going to get healed, you're going to get wealthy, you're going to get a new better life. No. No. That is motivational speakers that tack Christianity on the end of it that say those kind of things because they figure they're going to tap into a certain section of people and make money off of them. Okay. So that's not true. Okay. Just telling you, it's not true. Anything that I say here that may be offensive, which it shouldn't be, but I do know that the word and the truth can be offensive to ones that do not want to hear it. It is not my words. That's what I want to say. It's not my words, it's his. And so we're all given the opportunity to either believe it or not believe it, or dismiss it, or think of a way where you don't have to follow it, or you don't have to listen to it, or whatever else, because we all do that. We all do that until we don't, until we see it for truth and try to wrap our brain around what he is saying to us in that truth. Okay, so anyways, that's where I'm at. I cannot, I have decided that, hold on. I got 10 minutes. Well, 15 minutes. But I have decided that unless, it's just not going to happen. There was the surgeries just are not going to happen, at least not at this time. I'm putting it to rest at this moment until I see something that, thank you, Sue, until I see something that it's an opportunity that the Lord's opening up for me. And I got to be able to trust that, it's going to be the right thing. There's a scripture. Hold on. It hangs up in my room. And when I was in the wheelchair for 4.5 years before I had the stem cells done, I wrote this scripture on a chalkboard, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I wrote it on a chalkboard and I framed it and I put it right next to my bed, because sometimes my disease will cripple me to the point where I can't move out of bed for sometimes at weeks at time. Okay. So, I'm thankful that I have not been in bed for a week with this disease lately, since the stem cells actually. But stem cells only last for 3 years, and I'm on my 3rd year. Oh, typically 3 years. It can last a little longer. So I could be back in my wheelchair soon, just to let you know. I have to wrap my brain around that. I also have to wrap my brain around just getting through each day like I've been doing, but doing it now, knowing, what I know about the surgeries, and knowing that may just not be for me. Hold on. Let me, hold on. I want to read this scripture. So, hold on. Because it is my it's my motto, pretty much. It's what I turn to. I mean, I turn to scripture for tons of encouragement. But this one speaks to where I'm at. And it is, my grace is sufficient for thee, for you. Okay. So my grace is sufficient for you. So he's saying my grace is, it will get you through it. It will. And I need to trust that. And then it says, for my power is perfected in your weakness. So even if I'm not supposed to have these surgeries, I know that he'll do something through me for his glory. Okay. he will perfect me. Not I won't be perfect, but what he's saying is that I can show him glory through it all, okay? Oh, they're putting ads. My live streams are new, you guys. They're putting ads in the middle of my live stream. I'm gonna have to see. Shoot. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyways, and then it says, most gladly, therefore I will. So most gladly, so he's most gladly, I will then therefore I will rather boast about my weakness. Boast means I'll brag about my weakness. I'm going to brag about my weakness. You know why? My infirmities. Infirmities means disease and weakness. Okay. And so I will rather boast about my weakness. And it says infirmities in another translation so that the power of Christ may dwell in me. So saying that Christ will be magnified through me. I'll boast in this. I will go through this every single day because I will bring him glory. Because people will see that I don't give up and I'm still going to have joy no matter what. It's not going to have power over me. This life, that devastation, depression, anxiety, everything else that comes along with chronic illness and living in pain every single day and being down and losing what you loved in the past because you can't do it anymore, changing your body full of tumors where you can't function like you used to or wear the clothes that you used to, have people prejudge you because they think that you're fat and you need to stop eating, and they don't know that I'm full of tumors and fibrotic tissue, and they just look at me like I'm fat and disgusting. Like, you know what? I will still have joy because his power is perfected in my weakness. And I'll bring him I'll try to bring him glory every chance that I get. And that's what I trust in. That's what I rely on. That's why I can have fun, laugh, and I'm in extreme pain. Sometimes I can't do that. Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes the mind, the body, it can't. Okay. And that's fine. I need to listen to that too, because that's where the Lord has me in that moment for whatever reason. And I need to listen to it. And so, something that's been helping me a lot is me and my husband have been doing Bible studies at night together. And we just started that not too long ago. And it's helping me and I'm going to one at my church. It's a ladies prayer group. And so we're working through 2 Peter. And so refocusing my mind, refocusing in where my trust is at, what I have my strength through, where my trust is at, and knowing that surgeries or not surgeries, feeling better or not feeling better, it's okay. This life, it's over really quickly. I feel like it was just yesterday that I was a teenager. Okay. And now, I'm, 46, and have, 4 grandbabies and another one on the way. So I know am I even going to touch this palette? I'm going to have to change I think I'm going to, no, we're going to do a quick look. We're going to do it. Okay. I'm going to quit talking. All right. We're going to do it. This is going to be like a challenge. I'm going to do more looks with this palette. Okay, guys, it's not going to be, the 2-minute look. Okay. Hi. There is going to be a quick little giveaway. I'm going to show it at the end, what I'm giving away. If you guys know the people on my community tab, there's 3 people. One of them has gotten back to me, but if you know the other 2, please let them know to contact me as soon as possible. I probably will keep looking for them. I usually don't redraw because I never say, hey, if you don't contact me within such allotted time, I will have to redraw. I don't do that. Maybe I should, but I don't. And so I don't think that that's fair. So if you know them, because I did the wheel of names and those are the 3 names and all 3 of them I don't know personally. So there's that. But one gal did contact me on IG already. She got the liquid lippy set that I gave away. And she was so sweet. So I'm glad to get to know her. She's one of the ones that yeah, just watch that video. And so I mean, she could have been. I have a lot of people on my channel that don't like necessarily come to live streams or comment on my videos, but they watch because of course I don't get comments for every single person that watches. So somebody had mentioned in the comments that, you know, maybe they got unsubscribed because that gal had gotten unsubscribed from me, but that's not the case because I had to, and I didn't think of it at that time because I was like, oh no, maybe so, you know, but that's not true because I didn't think about it, but I had to check that they were subscribed to, yeah, I had to make sure. And the one gal won the Riri subscription giveaway, and I had to make sure she was subscribed to me and to Riri. So I have to leave in a couple minutes. Yeah, exactly. I do too, Jen. I do too. So I'm not going to be talking very much in the chat. So don't think, you know, I'm very, very, very communicative to everybody in the chat. But today is not that day. I have 4 minutes to put on a look with this palette. We're going to do more looks. Okay. If Lord forbid, Jordan from Fantasy Cosmetica watches this, which I doubt, but if she does, I'm doing more looks. We're not going to just slap on this palette. I didn't get sent an NPR. I bought it. So I can do whatever I want, but I'm going to showcase it because I think this is a freaking amazing palette. Okay. Okay. And I got 3 minutes. So let's just, this is a mess. Like I'm a mess. We're all a mess. Oh, too close to the eyeball. Okay. You know, those videos that they used to do, the challenge videos, doing your makeup in 5 minutes or less. That's what we're doing today. I have not tried Vampire Cosmetics. Have not tried them. Okay, we're going to just pop on a color all over, and then we're going to top it with a shimmer. That's what we're going to do because that's the easiest thing to do. And it's actually beautiful when we do that. Okay. 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 I'm going to go in with this green here. So we're going to do shadows. I don't know what I'm talking like that for. Oh, yes. 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 I have the Druid palette. I don't have any of the other ones, but I think there's one more. But I have the Druid palette, and I just need to put this all over my lid. I don't know. I'm just putting it on the outside. And I absolutely love the Druid palette. So same. Look at that. Two of the palettes there. Yes, they are beautiful. Hi, Carla. If you can go back and watch, this is going to be like the most fastest live stream ever. I have to get off in like 2 minutes. And I talked about the health and my faith. Trigger warning. I'm going to put that in the, I'm going to put trigger warning in the title. Trigger warning for faith and for talking about faith and chronic illness. Because guess what? We do all deal with chronic illness, and sometimes that is a trigger. Not we all, but, you know, a lot of us do, unfortunately. There are the sorcerer. Yeah, I don't have the sorcerer one or the whatever the other one is, Bard palette. Oh my gosh, I'm like, yeah, and because I'm not gonna talk about the surgeries anymore, and I'm not gonna, because I just can't. I have to refocus, and that's why. I went through a very low time of being devastated over this, but the Lord picks me up out of it and moves me forward. And so that's where I'm at. So I can't keep living in my feelings in it. You know what I mean? Because my human flesh wants to be upset about it. And I'm going to move past that. Hi, Cecily. Hey, girl. Hey. So what I'm going to have you do, since I am, hi, Bethany. All the update is in the beginning if you're interested in the update. And there's trigger warning. Faith is talked about, and my faith, and chronic illness, and frustration. So if you have any triggers with that stuff, just so you know, it's there. Okay, so I'm gonna do more with this palette, but for today I have to leave. Okay, so I just put that green shade all over, and now I'm going to top it. I think I'm gonna top it with this little beauty right here. We're just gonna plop that. Oh, good choice. Good choice. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Oh, I know, Sue. I'm gonna be a couple minutes late. Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, so stinking pretty. Okay. I can't wait to play more with this palette when I'm not in a rush. Hi, Melanie. Go back and watch. This is going to be super short live. I'm about to jump off here. Go back and watch if you want to know what's going on. Life update. Trigger warning. Talk about my faith and chronic illness. So if that's something you're not feeling like you want to listen to, might skip it. Ooh, put that little black in the outer corner. Oh, so pretty. Oh, thank you. I know, Sue. I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate it. I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue on there because I hit it with my brush, with my makeup brush, and rip the corner off, and it's not going to stay till I make it stay. Like, stay. Please, if you can, watch the premiere this afternoon at 2:45. I'll be there in the chat. I'll be done with my appointment, so I'll be there in the chat. But if you can, watch it. Even if it isn't during the premiere, watch it at some point, because I did something really funny towards the end of the video, and I'm going to start incorporating it here and there when it's appropriate in my videos. And honestly, it's my favorite, like, funny thing I've done in my videos. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. Oh, sorry. See, I snorted. It was snort worthy. So anyways, all right. I don't even have foundation on, you guys. And I think I'm just going to take a picture of this when I get back and finish it and not put it up, and not just be like, oh yeah, 2-minute look. I'll probably come back and work on it some more. Oh, good luck. Thank you. I'm like, GL. I'm not good at the text, the shorthand text stuff. Today's just like going in for moving my lymphatic system. So nothing like that kind of stuff. I don't have to do any procedures or anything. Thank goodness. Are you feeling better, Cecily? I hope you are. I'm not even gonna put on foundation. I'm gonna go like this. Bare face and eyelids, or yeah, eyeshadow done. Eyeshadow done and bare face. But I wanted to talk to you guys because it's easier for me to give an update to everybody. It's mainly whenever I don't want to keep rehashing it because I don't want to live there because we're moving forward. Okay. You kind of get what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Carla. You're so sweet. Finally got to see my new rheumatologist. Oh, good. Good, Cecily. I hope they have some ways to help. What was I going to say? Oh, this. Okay. So by the way, I'm not going nuts. I'm still kind of saving back just in case there's something that comes up that we're able to do. I'm not going nuts. I'm buying all the new releases again and all that stuff. I'm going to be mindful of what I purchase, but I did get the Rogue palette. I'm loosening up the reins a little bit and enjoying life because I'm not promised tomorrow. None of us are. So we're going to enjoy life, and I'm going to buy things here and there. I'm not going to go nuts though. Okay. Yes, it's super shiny. I cannot wait to finish this look out. I'll post it on IG so y'all will get to see it. I'll post it. I have other older things I need to post, but I'll post this today. Physical. Okay. And urine test. Yeah, I hate doing blood draws too, girl. So when I got this, when I ordered it, and I also got the Smink palette. Today's video, I know, Sue. Today's video is the Smink palette, but I want you to watch it because it's funny too. Okay, so, and I'm telling you guys that the look I did with the Smink palette is literally one of my, okay, not only is the video probably the funniest I've ever edited, it was so funny at the end. You guys will love it. You guys will love it. And it involves another YouTuber. So watch it all the way to the end, guys. Premiere 2:45 Central Time. Okay. Anyways, but not only was it the funniest I've ever done, the eye look is one of my favorite eye looks I've ever done with that Salem Cosmetics Smink collaboration. Okay, so giveaway, you guys. I'm not going to do it here and now because I got to go, right? And I want to let other people that watch this later on be able to participate. I did get one of the perfume. I got the bundle set. So the perfume with the palette combo. Okay. I can only send this to people in the US. Okay. Because they don't allow you to send perfumes in packages unless you're a business, because I know they do it with businesses. So I don't know why businesses can do it, but people can't. But I've had to take perfume out of boxes before because you're not allowed to ship it. So I cannot ship this out of the US. So it has to be within the US. I have sprayed it once. It gives me a migraine. I have very, very sensitive, senses. So, I can't wear it, but I know somebody else will. These are like $17. So, I want to pass this along to one of you guys. So what I'm going to have you do. Hello, Angie. I'm getting off here. Please rewatch. It's just an update on health and my just trigger warning to anybody that doesn't, want to hear about my faith, or want to hear about chronic illness. You may not want to rewatch, but other than that, rewatch. Lots of information, and the scents are very incensey. It just was strong. Like the notes are super strong, and like I have super sensitive, like I can taste every little thing in a meal. Like, I can taste all the different flavors. I have very, very heightened senses. They used to call me eagle eye because I could spot anything. I could see littlest of littles and stuff. So my eyesight, my sense of smell, my taste is not my hearing. I'm partially I'm partially deaf, so not my hearing. But I used to be able to hear really well. But anyway, so you can't judge it off me because I literally only have a handful. Recently, I found more, but only a handful of scents that if I walk into Bath and Body Works, migraine. If I walk into a candle place, migraine. If I just get the scent of one little thing or some hairsprays or dry shampoos or migraine, like I get triggered all the time with migraines. So, it's very, very sensitive. Um, I lost 50% of hearing in my left ear, chronic ear infection. See, and I didn't have chronic ear infections. They think it's more to do with the tumors and swelling from the lymphatics and stuff like that. Yeah, right. I get a sore throat. Yeah. Oh, really? With like scents? Oh, or hmm. Okay. So I've got to go. It's 11:05. So now I am 10 minutes late. So what I want you to, it smells pretty good outside of the bag. It's too strong. It's too strong. So if you're interested and you want this scent, you might go on the website first and just make sure that the notes are something that you could handle because she listed on Fantasy Cosmetica's website. So check out the notes in this. Okay. So um in the comments, what I want you to do is I want you to go in the comments and I want you to put, let me see here. I want you to put, mm, I do this stuff. I'm such a dork. I'm gonna be late. My appointment is an hour away. I have to drive an hour, and then the appointment lasts an hour, and then I have to drive an hour back. But I have been known to have a lead foot, so okay, I want you to put a car. Put a car in the chat, and that will let me know that you want to be entered. And I will draw from anybody that puts a car in the chat, or not in here, not in here, but in the comments when it goes up. Put a car in the comments when this goes up after you get off here, and put it. Just let me know, and then when I do the drawing, be paying attention. I'll probably do it in a day or so. Be paying attention to the community tab because mainly if I don't have you on IG, like if you don't follow me on IG or something like that, and I don't know how to get a hold of you, I need to know how to get a hold of you because right now I have 2 people. And if you know those people on my community tab, please let them know that they need to contact me. Okay. So that we can get those out and get other giveaways out there. Okay. Yeah. Leadfoot. Yeah. Leadfoot needs to go. It's back roads. A lot of it's like country roads. Unless I get behind a big tractor or a truck, I'll probably be okay. I saw your post. Oh yeah, I know. They're new to me too. And the Wheel of Names just picked 3 random people. And I was just like, I don't know any of these people. But it doesn't mean that they're not on my channel. Like I checked, they're on my channel. So, it's valid. But not everybody comments, and I don't get to know everybody unless they're on a live or something like that. And I have conversations with them because there's a lot of people that watch that don't comment. So I just don't know how to get a hold of them. And I looked up their channels and they didn't have any other contact information. So, all right, guys, I love y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. This was fun and it was super fast and not even a real look. So to be continued on IG. I will finish this out when I get back. And I will see you at 2:45 on my premiere. It's going to be funny. It might not be funny. but it may be. I did a lot of editing, and it was kind of funny. I think it's funny. I laughed. I was up till almost 4 a.m. editing. So just for that, I'd appreciate you watching. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. You don't owe me anything. Okay. You don't at all. I owe you guys everything. Okay. I gotta go. All right. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.